Hello everybody and welcome to episode 36 in my Carthaginian campaign Let's Play for Imperator Rome's 1.3 Livy update. Now in the last episode we continued the war against Egypt, this time taking a bit more of a tactful approach after our first invasion was largely repelled. We decided to evacuate the Nile Delta, load up on the boats, head up to Cyprus, retake it from the Seleucids and from Egypt, and then begin a divide and conquer strategy on Egypt's allies by invading Sidon with everything we had, conquering every fort and annexing them into our empire. We then moved back down to Nabatea, retook the territories there, and did the same to Judea, conquering every fort and annexing them completely. All the while, we had our navy contesting the western delta by conquering Alexandria by naval assaults and port assaults, and we had armies over in Africa being raised with new elephants and exotic animals like camels marching along the northern African coastline to link up on the Nile Delta as a sort of pincer attack once we had just wrapped up Judea. And that's pretty much where we left off. We have them on the back foot, there's not much left. They do still have other allies such as Lyhian, Dodekashinos, and they're also at war with Kush. So time is of the essence now to kind of take territories before their other enemies do ahead of us. And Seleucids have actually landed back on Cyprus and are taking that. Now the Seleucid Empire, for those who may not know, are absolutely massive. And they have 577 cohorts, 750,000 manpower, or just shy of that. And then a bunch of ships. Now, we've managed to defeat their... God, I'm tripping over my words here. We've managed to defeat their navy multiple times, and we're going to be on the lookout for the remaining 150 or so ships that we can see from them, no doubt, are patrolling the Mediterranean somewhere. I do believe we did see them in the last episode not that long ago. And we've got quite the considerable sum of ships. We actually managed to capture 2 megapolirines that I didn't notice in the last episode, so they're going to go back down here, link up with the rest of our heavy ships. Actually, I just noticed as well that these guys have some light ships that they should link up down here as well. So the plan now is to basically try and peace out Egypt where we can get all of the coastline territory that they have so we never have to really fight them again. And that's just quite a tall order to ask. You know, there's a lot of pops in the Nile Delta, there's a lot of pops over here. Actually, not over here, but there's considerable territory over here. And I think the territories that we wanted to get over here. Either way, irregardless, it is a lot, and we couldn't quite get it done in the last episode. And I think, from experimentation, what I'm going to have to do is not take the Seleucid territory here. I know there's a lot of people that wanted me to do that by piecing out Egypt separately, but when we try to piece them out separately, basically what happens is they have a little thing that says... Well, let's just see this. They have a little thing that says... Why isn't that not popping up? It's supposed to say separate piece. Is it not popping up now? That'd be great if it didn't. Let's just try this again. So that's the territory we basically want. That's all the coastline that we could get from them. And this now says peace offer, capital, and we're demanding substantial land. Now it should say you're demanding a separate peace. I don't know why it doesn't. When I was doing some testing, it did say that. But anyway, it seems like separating them out piecing them out separately is not a good idea because they typically get, I mean, I don't know why it's not showing, a negative 25 to the peace offer straight off the bat. So that means that just piecing them out on terms of Seleucids means we do get more from Egypt, but it doesn't mean we'll get anything from Seleucids, which I think is actually better. Unless we can somehow manage to get all this and then go to war with the Seleucids, which I just don't think we can, that seems like it's going to have to be the option. So what we're going to be doing in this episode, to just wrap up this kind of lengthy intro, is pushing further down the Nile, retaking as much territory as we can, pushing around here, taking all that territory, and then just seeing what we can get. In fact, actually, what we can do right now is peace out Lyhian, I think. I don't think they're really... Yeah, because I'm not looking for anything from them. So just see you later. Just get out of my face. Alright, so they're not part of the war anymore, so now we're just at war with Egypt, Seleucids, and Dodekashinos, I think, as well as maybe Kos and Andros, which are the city-states up here. We do currently occupy those islands, but because they're subjects... we can't piece them out separately, so we do just have to try and hold on to that and see if we can get it in the deal with Seleucids. So let's try that. Alright, so in terms of internals, there's really not much that's been going on. Boods is still ruling, he's our second emperor, he's the 4th monarch to rule the empire, and the only thing I noticed was that his mother, Ashurabadona, died actually 2 years after his father, so quite a while ago in terms of how much time we spent with them, you know, about 6 years ago now. She died in a freak accident that we apparently missed, or I missed anyway. So rest in peace, Ashurabadona. I thought she had a lot more time left, but, you know, apparently, who knows what happened, really. You know, we kind of said that she was sort of dictating what was happening while Boods' father was sort of losing his mind through brain damage and other ailments. So maybe she just became a little bit too much of a thorn in our side. But I don't think Boods would have done anything underhanded. But maybe, you never know, Isabel might have been thinking about it. That being said, because she is crafty, but that being said, she is merciful. So who knows? Who knows? Anyways, it's all conjecture. Let's just continue. So the plan right now is to move these armies back up to Cyprus, make sure we hold that territory, and then do an invasion of the Seleucid territories up here. These guys are going to push further down the Nile Delta, and then over here, they're just going to hold on to the island. So let's let time play and continue that. The only other thing I did between episodes was I built an incredible amount of buildings all over the empire right now. So they're building at the moment. Obviously did not let time play since the last episode, and I never do that. So we're just going to be kind of full on into the war mode right now. Babylon Egyptipi, or whatever, is pillaged. After the siege of Babylon, Egypt... Where is this? Babylon, Egypt? I never heard of that before. Oh, right. Milkapil's Barca led his troops run riot, resulting in murder, rape, and theft. The wealth that he's after gaining from this evil act is beyond compare, and our advisors suggest that he's now one of the richest people in our land. Now, that is... Let's just get to... I want to be sure who this is. This is Milkapil's Barca. Okay. He's actually a minor character, and he's amassing himself a lot of wealth. Now, normally I'd say that's dangerous in a republic, but for us, it's not too bad. Demand the wealth is split with the army. He'll lose a lot of loyalty doing that. And his units actually lose loyalty. No, we'll just say let it go. It's fine. It's fine. Do what you want. He's after getting more loyal troops, but I'm okay with that. Alright, head down to Memphis. Let's start spreading out along the Nile and start working on some of the... Oh yeah, the other weird thing. This is something that I was experimenting with. I couldn't find the Egyptian capital for a really long time. Turns out it's actually here. It doesn't really tell you. The icon's not there. In fact, it says that this is the province capital, which it shouldn't. It's definitely bugged, but this is the Egyptian capital. We can't see it now because I'm on it. I don't think, unless we... No, we can't. I think once we take it, we'll see. Yeah, look, see? It's the Egyptian capital. It has this little icon around it. That took me so long to figure out in between episodes, because I was like, okay, where are we going to go to take the capital to really push up the war exhaustion, or the war score demands? And it turns out it was right below us, which I always just obviously assumed it was Alexandria, but they lost their capital a long time ago. So I'm just going to turn down that music. It's quite loud for me. Alright, so we're victorious against Andros. They keep sending armies past us, and they can actually walk past us. It's really annoying. So we have to keep an eye on that when we beat them. It's mostly it's just the mercenaries, but it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. So the other thing is, you know, Egypt are in war with Farfara and Kush, so they're also being attacked in different places. Although Egypt have occupied Farfara completely, so actually not completely. I guess they don't have this. I was just surprised they didn't annex them out. But you may notice the Farfaran armies around here. They're actually mercenaries taking territories that I'd much rather have myself, to be honest. But it's not a big deal. So we're up to 55 now. So the boats are in place. We're going to load up these armies here. We have a mercenary army. We have Batnuam Barca leading the second. And we have obviously this guy who's been a great mercenary general. He's quite old now, so we might not have him for too much longer. But he's been a 12-star general leading the command of many armies, with the oversight, of course, of Boods Barca and many others. All right, let's head up to Cyprus and retake it. Actually, we'll just send the boats out here. We're victorious again against Andros, destroying the entire mercenary stack that was in front of us. Let's link them up, move them up there, and that should be good. All right. All right, looking sweet. Pretty standard, pretty standard. We're just trying to wrap these guys up. Of course, we're on a time limit to take the entire coastline. We have to start thinking of who we're going to go to war with next. Before I peace out Egypt, I think I'm going to go to war with Byblos, because it actually enters us into a war with Egypt. And if I peace out Egypt first, we will have a penalty here for breaking our truce, because Egypt will be joining this war. I think that's how it works. So what I'm going to do is open this one up before we end our Egyptian war, and that is basically the entire coastline here that we could take, piecing these guys out one by one without having to deal with Phrygia. Phrygia are actually allied then with... Oh, they're not. Oh, maybe they actually just got rid of it. I checked it at the beginning of the episode, but they were actually allied with Adrisia, and they're not anymore. And then I found another way into Adrisia is to take Cnidus out. So if we attack Cnidus, they're being guaranteed by Adrisia, so that's another way up there. So I'm building forts in preparation for that. So I've been, looking around, seeing what the best diplomatic way is to get all of this as quickly as possible. Which I think I've identified, but anything could change during the episode in terms of alliances, as I've just seen. I mean, Phrygia are not... I was thinking of going for Phrygia and then working on Adrisia at the same time, but it looks like we can't do that anymore. But we have that other way in through Cnidos, and I'm fabricating claims on the Illyrian coastline, because I have not forgotten about that either. Okay. Let's keep it going. The boats are almost just up here now. There we go. So we have to manually jump off. We can't go into the port because it's captured currently. It's interesting how they actually do that. They actually go for the ports instead of just regular territories. We're going to hold this land bridge as well. A lot of people were saying in the last episode as well, you don't see the X's if you're the player. You only see them if you can't cross as the player, rather than you'd have to be Egypt to see if there are X's here so that they can't cross. You know what I mean? So that actually does make sense, but it does seem like sometimes they cross either way. Other people were maybe saying that it could be to do with if they are the original owner of both sides, they can always cross no matter what. But if you were the owner of one side and then you contested the other, you could block it. I don't know if that's true. I really don't know. And if you put a fleet in between, it's really not telegraphed very well either way. So it's hard to really know. Okay, so we're sieging both of those forts. We'll just keep taking territories here for now. I'll leave one of these armies back up here just in case a mercenary pops up out of nowhere. I also noticed something kind of strange. This is an uncolonized city. There's actually a city here with 2 pops in it, but nobody lives there. Or nobody owns it. It got decolonized, but it kept the city. That was a bug I first saw in the Bronze Age mod. And it seems to be a base game thing as well. Alright, let's go for this army. We'll follow the road network we built, so we should be able to get over here pretty quickly. Don't know if we can get there as quick as them. Are they marching into this area? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Yeah, we'll just have to follow them. Okay, bountiful harvest. We can get 5 grand. Let's do that. We always want to do that. The other option is 3 stability. We get that one a lot. The sacking of Nakala. The Egyptian has led... Ah, look, it's Boods Barca himself. The Egyptian has led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Nakala. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left to decide how to treat the residents within. None shall hide. So where the hell is Nakala? Oh, it's here. Of course. Wow. Merciless. Unlike his wife, he's deceitful, shrewd, stubborn, steadfast, and content. He's content. He's just sitting back like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. As the city burns. Alright, there's nowhere else he can go, so he'll just sit back and oversee everything. I'm just going to check on the food of all these armies. It's beautiful. The Delta provides much grain for all our armies, which is great. We also won that. Alright. We have avoided combat here. We're going to follow the roads and just slam right down into them. That's Seleucid army there. We should beat them, I think. Yeah, pretty easy, actually. Just out of curiosity, what's their discipline? Only 105. We have 128. They seem to be behind on tech. What's their tech level? 67777. And ours? I don't know. I think ours is about the same, isn't it? That's not me. 11. Oh, right. Okay, never mind then. So we do have a considerable amount of military techs ahead of them, because we've actually received almost, well, that's it, I think, every military tech we can have now. Okay, let's just follow these guys. Let's leave one behind. They don't have anywhere to go except for that little part of the island. We're victorious against Dodekashinos. They had 16,000 troops. I didn't even see that, but we managed to beat them nonetheless. So what are we at now? 62 for the actual war score. So if we were to try and piece Egypt out separately, let's have a look now. So we'll go for there, we'll go for here, 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 and that's really all I want. And that's still too much, and that's without even asking for Andros or anything else. And the negative on that is separate piece -25. Yeah, I don't know why that wasn't there. Maybe it's just the first month tick or something. I'm not too sure. But at the end of last episode, that's what I was counting on. Anyways, so -25, -79. So we're about -26 away from being able to do that in terms of like the opinion of that deal. So what we could do is look to see, well, would these guys want to do it? Would Seleucids, on the behalf of Egypt, seeing as they're the war leader, would they want to do the same deal? And the answer is yes. Could we also get Andros? No. But like I said, we don't want to be committing to this until we open up the second war, which is going to happen pretty soon. So until we get that Andros as part of that deal, then we'll open up the second war. And I think taking out some territory here will also help this as well, help our cause. Still no visibility on the Seleucid navy. We're going to pop up to Salamis now, load up our troops and invade here. We might need more though. I don't know what they have up there. Do I want to send these down south or not? I'm going to leave the mercenary army there and send these ones up. And if the ships can take this army up to Seleucids, that'd be great as well. Alright, hope everybody's following along. I know these war episodes can be a little bit messy, but it's pretty straightforward what we're trying to do, I think. What was that ship there? I didn't even see that. Stoicism. I thought it said socialism. Navy morale recovery. Absolutely. Okay, our navy is here. Going to dock them in. Get everyone to load up at Salamis. Maybe we can force march once we move. Alright, so let's do that. So let's force march just up to the port. Alright, great stuff. 65. See, I think if we take the Seleucid territories, we'll actually bring that up to like 80 or something probably. And that's kind of as high as you can go without completely overrunning a country. Alright, that's taken. These guys are really low on food, so I'll get them to rotate back around. Oh, the Farfara war is over. They've lost that territory in the middle now. Actually, you can continue the siege. You can go back and take that. So their Farfara war is over. I wonder will that change anything in terms of how they'll give in peace. I haven't known that to happen, but it might. Crisis in Decapolis, which is just here to the north. Let's hope they fall to chaos, I guess. It's not really my concern. Taking out Decapolis comes with taking out the two Samaria. So these are two Samaria nations, both the same name. Waging war on them means waging war on both of them. So that's actually really nice for us. Although I do think with Byblos, Samaria is in there as well. Yeah, both of them are. So same kind of deal. When I open up that war, I might as well just go to war with Decapolis as well. And keep chaining it so that before I end the wars, we open up another one. I think that's a good idea. I've never tried that before. Seems on paper like it would work. Granaries are being raided. We could, yeah, I'll pay them. You know what? This time, for once in the whole game, I'll actually pay the money to replace the stockpile and gain the loyalty of the province. There we go. All right, are we all good? I think we're good. Has the armies loaded up here yet? They have. Wow, they're actually pretty quick. Massiniss's navy. I mean, I think that's actually just a great name for it because of the Massinissa general. He's not Massinissa. We know Gisgo Badona is probably, in fairness, has destroyed way more ships than Massinissa ever did, but it's just kind of cool to call this after Massinissa, who was a great famous naval general for us. Alright, so we're going to head up to Seleucids. Maybe we'll see the navy docked up there, actually. It's either there or it has to be somewhere around here. I mean, oh, there it is. Oh, shit, and they're taking attrition. This is apparently, allegedly, how we destroyed their navy before, because the theory is that they were just so heavily damaged that we were able to destroy their ships before they had a chance to retreat. So we're going to try and engage them before they link up back at their own ports. Tough one to do. Oh, yeah, they're backing away now. They don't like that. There we go. It says we're not going to win, but I'm confident. Probing attack? I mean, probing attack seems like the one we should do, so let's go for it. I feel like their ships are going to be quite damaged. I wonder, does it tell me? Is that where we can see? Damage from a 92% ship. My ships are 92, is it? Hard to tell. I think I'm not seeing that much damage. I'm looking at the bottom of the tooltip. It says damage from a 80%, 89% ship, 0. Like I know it hasn't calculated anything yet, but I don't know where I can see its full health, if that's possible. It doesn't matter anyway, but we'll see. We'll just watch the numbers and see what's happening here. They're starting to lose numbers now. Not that much though. We are double their size in terms of fleet, basically. So hopefully we can pull this one out of the bag. I mean, you would think with the way we saw that they were taking attrition that presumably some of their ships are going to get damaged a bit quicker and die. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of it. Let's bring up our heavy ships. they can arrive to this battle towards the end of it again. They might retreat, though, actually, during this fight. So we'll have to see. We have a claim on Venetia. We have a claim on Liburnia. Excellent. So these are all our claims. Sinonia, Veneto. All the claims on the Illyrian coastline. Love to see it. Oh my god, that morale started tumbling down. Wow, that went very quickly. They must have rolled really badly a few times. And there you go. We're victorious. We lost 17 while they lost 30. Okay, not as crazy as before, but another victory nonetheless. Tempted to give them just to keep chasing, but they could go for a very long time before we get to them. So I guess we'll turn around, pick up the guys, and deliver them to the Seleucid territories there. Oh, they've actually decided to turn back around. Weird. Well, anyway, what I'm going to do is load up all the boats, and we're going to head up to that Seleucid territory in the north. And we might even run into their fleet by doing this. And we might even actually be able to toss their fleet out of the ports if we take the ports real quick and refight them. However, our ships are quite damaged, so there's that to think about. But so are theirs. I'm sure theirs are more than mine. The siege down here is one. Let's just keep progressing. Seems like this area is just done. Oh, we're at war with Dodecachinos as well, actually. I forgot. Might as well work on that. I know I'm probably not saying that name right, by the way. Dodecachinos. But that's what I'm going to call it. Oh, there's a bit of resistance up here. And they're actually trying to get on the boats. I'm going for it anyway. That is actually a decent amount, though. I mean, they're rocking about 100,000 right in front of me. So am I, though. But landing here and taking that port will actually force that army out. Oh my god. I didn't even get to see how that happened. We haven't landed yet, but their fleet came out and we just completely sank the entire thing. Gisgo Badona, yet again, lost 0 ships and took 154 down. Just wrapped them up. They didn't know where they were going, picked them all off. And we gained 17, 10, and 2. So we actually grabbed a bunch of them as well. In an instant battle, basically. Maybe they came out. I don't know. I'm trying to think reasonably, like, what happened in this fight. You know, maybe in the cover of darkness, they were trying to move from one port to the other, and we just completely decimated them while they were, you know, basically unmanned. Maybe a lot of their crews got off or something. Something like that, you know, because they had low morale, low damage, or high damage on their ships, and they were just moving from one port to another. And in the cover of darkness, Gisgo Badona unexpectedly basically captured the entire fleet and scuttled half the ships in the process. Wow, unbelievable. And we captured their commander in the process. Oh my god, they've got even more here. This might be a bit suicidal. But I love it. What we can... Oh, you know what we can do? Is fight these guys separately. The slaves of Rhodes are revolting. And they immediately got put down. Alright, so what we can do... Everyone's in force march. Run down to these guys first. Now, they're on mountains, is it? No, it's actually plains. Great. Fight them, and then we only have to deal with the rest. Because we can take the road here. We'll deal with that fight before anyone else can get to us. So just divide and conquer again, you know? So that's that. What I'm going to do is... No, hop here and then go there. We're going to hop around and see if we can siphon off another group before we get caught. Yeah. The power of the fleet, man. It's so good. And they might actually be retreating onto this tile, which would work out really well. We're victorious again against Dodecachinos. Okay, good. Oh my god, we are going to wipe them. That, I mean, I totally intended that because I'm an absolute pro. Say goodnight. There we go, 20,000 stack wiped. Say good night. Now, there are armies moving down to us, pretty rapid. So we have 26 ships here. We could load up. We could load up this army if we just shed one unit. And bring them up to reinforce. I don't know if we're going to get there in time, though. We'll see. Come on, come at me. I dare you. We could do another move around again. I'm getting bogged down. And I'm having too much fun in the war. When really, we're at 76% right now. I think we can just piece this out. To be honest, I think we can just open up that second war and then piece this one out. And we should be good to go. Like, oh no, they're still saying no by 2 points for what we want. Which is Andros and the entire northern coastline here. So we're close, but we're not there yet. And this will piece out the Seleucids. We'll have to open up a war with them later. And that might be a fun endgame, because they do seem to be able to amass a lot of troops. 48,000, 36,000. Don't know if we're going to be able to handle that. An Egyptian army moves back in this way. Need to rush up to get to that. Alright. How's it going elsewhere? I feel like I'm neglecting other things. I don't know what, though. I mean, everything internal is fine. I don't think any armies are suffering for food. There is a call for peace. We're gaining war exhaustion, I guess. But other than that, I think we're fine. Oh, you know what I never did? I never opened up the growth in Numidia. So we don't need to read this. We know that these are just kind of generated. So yeah, we can start activating this. So we've had these growth events for 2 different places now. So we can do the mines of Certania, the fruits of Zaba, the bread and circuses. I'm just going to go through them if we can do them quickly. And then see what we kind of need if we need to start building cities or something. All ports in Iolia have city status. And there's 2 that need them. Iolia. Okay. So this needs to be a city. So we'll just commission that. That spends our influence. We don't need influence for claims anymore. At least I don't think so. Are they committing to the fight? They are now. Gonna be a very tough one. This absolute badass, I gotta give it to him. Look at him. Vardanese Nicoclid with his eye patch. He's sought patronage and he's of humble origin. But can he do it? I mean, we have a 3 commander lead on him and he's got a negative to terrain penalty by crossing that river. That's gonna be rough for him. But his other army's coming in now. So we might lose that fight. Yeah, by the time I bring this army up, I think it'll be way too late. But it looks like our boy is going to win this irregardless. This is crazy. I mean, we have such good discipline as well. He's just instilling that discipline amongst everyone. He's using the river to his advantage and his advanced technical knowledge, martial knowledge of the battlefield. Can't believe he won that. Wow. What a great general. Who's with him? No one I really recognize. Ithabal Barca, Shelbs, Gizgo. I kind of recognize him. Batnawan Barca. He's been around for quite a while. 10-star general. Pretty good as well. Excellent stuff, guys. Wow. Well done. Well done. This is going way better than... I mean, that was an tactical expertise and genius crossing this kind of strait here to get in. The bay, even, I should say. It's kind of a... I don't know if you call that a bay. I know it's huge. But you know what I mean. Doing that and wiping an army, that was really, really nice. Nicely played. It was just fortunate where they decided to retreat to. Oh, we've got another battle down here. Not going as well. I could abandon this siege. Let's go. It's Hannibal Badona. Can he save the day? I think he can. I believe. Get over there, man. Oh, we won the battle anyway. You didn't need to leave your siege. I didn't have faith in young Hannibal. But young Hannibal pulled it out of the bag. These sieges don't really matter anyway. We're up to 78 now. Because we just won that battle. Let's see. So that is it. We can do this now. We can end this war. By 1 point. And we get the entire northern coastline. So I think I'm going to do that. So what it means I think we have to do is start up a war immediately with Byblos to include Egypt. Because Egypt are going to be included. And I think that would cause... I could be wrong. I don't know. But I think that would cause a stability hit. Because we'd be breaking a truce with them. You know? Even though we're not waging war on them. They're their ally. But I think it still counts. So I could be wrong. You know? But whatever. Better safe than sorry. So yeah, let's do it. Take North Phoenicia. And we're straight into another war with the entire eastern coastline now. Now this is going to be rough, but at least we can piece them out one by one. And now that we're in that war, I think I could just piece this out, I think. Which is going to be interesting. Our armies are now going to be exiled. Here, we're going to have to hop back on the boats, come down, and then come back up. Because we're at war with this area. You want to piece them out first, maybe. Alright, let's try this out. So let's go for peace. Hopefully people are okay with this decision. I know some people said, like, we wanted to get that Seleucid territory, but I just think it would take me way too long to build this up. Like, I'd be working at this for another, like, 20 minutes, just working all my way down this Egyptian coastline here just to drive up the score, just so that we can take this bit of extra territory. I think we could do this on our own later. So yeah, let's try that then. So we're also getting the islands of Andros, which is nice. We're not getting costs, though, but whatever. Boom! Conquest of Alexandria. The great city of Alexandria has fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. Settled by Alexander the Great himself in the middle of his campaign, it is said that he foreshadowed the city to become one of the capital cities of his newfound empire. After his death, the city's importance only grew, and it became a home to center and learning for all Hellenic culture under Ptolemaic leadership. With it under our control, we're wondering how we should treat our old enemy. The marvelous city will be protected. We'll take some of the most impressive stuff, or search every home for something of value and bring it back to the Carthaginian Empire. 13,000 gold and Alexandrian technology, giving us 20% tech rate for 10 years. I think you know what I'm going to do. The great city has been destroyed and leveled. It is now but a settlement. The Hellenistic power of the Seleucid Empire have pieced us out, giving us everything from Egypt, nothing of their own. Thank you, Seleucids. After protracted conquest, the Andrasi have been destroyed. Banished those of class. Alright. I mean, look at that. Looking good. We're going to have to just colonize that if we can. Won't be able to do it for a while, though, which is a bit of a shame because this isn't our culture. But once we do, it's going to look really... Actually, hang on. Just let me let it play 1 day tick. There we go. So now we can really see a bit cleaner in terms of the borders. So that's basically what we got. I'm really looking forward to linking that up, because then the font will kind of spread across, like, I think. I don't really know. We'll see what happens, because it's all connected then. Once we just kind of fill that in. So that's pretty much it. I mean, that is the entire Egyptian coastline. That is extra islands over in Greece. Now we have the Nesiotic League blocking us on the islands. And now we're in a war with all of this. So we're still on the go for getting more coastline. So we're only just getting started in terms of this war. So we'll start working our way up. We're also at war with Samaria, and that's where we're heading now. Got plenty of forts and all that there, so we should be just fine to continue this unabated. We have roads that can bring us over pretty quickly. We have navies that can destroy the coastal forts, actually. We now have 3 megapoliremes, which is nice, so we'll just duck them in here for now. We have to pile these guys all back onto the boats, and then they can hop out here, stop being exiled, and then jump back up and invade Cilicia Trachea, which we're going to try and piece them out first. So Seleucids get to retain their territory, but other than that, we're all good. These mercenaries don't have really anything to do anymore. I've been keeping all the mercenaries just really to prevent other people from recruiting them, other empires. And it seems to be working so far. Alright, let's jump on these guys, I guess, as they attempt to invade me. So we're at war primarily with... Who do we even go to war with? It was Byblos, right? Yeah, Byblos. Byblos is the people we're at war with. So everyone else should be able to be pieced out separately. So the 2 Samarias, and Cilicia Trachea, and then we take Byblos. Arados aren't actually... Oh, no, they are. Arados are part of this war. Okay, so we could also land in there at some point. Alright, great. So let's just duck out here. Good stuff. Okay, now we've got a ton of money from that Egyptian conquest. We can now start to think about improving other things. So, let's see. Primary culture, happiness. So just go through some of the religious ones. That tends to help with conversions and stuff. If we open up one, that'd be good. Oh, by the way, the Seleucid Navy must be like no more. Yeah, I mean, we are now the dominant navy in the world, except for maybe Moria. So let's see what they're rocking. Whew, 600. I mean, they're almost twice as big as me for their navy. It would be cool to find them at some stage. I have a massive clash. Oh shit, and they also took territories down here. And the Seleucids are reeling from a war with them. Interesting. Oh no, don't move, don't move, don't move. These guys aren't on yet. Alright, the guys are down here, the boys. So let's march up, see if we can repel that fort. We're just going to go on defensive down here until we get our northern attack up, lined up and ready. Hemp, stone, wine. You know what's something we could do now? I think, do we have access to the gemstones? I don't think so, actually. I think they're down here. Yeah, they're here. I was thinking if we had those gemstones, we could do something. We can now put a new governor down here, though. A Zadokite for someone from Judea. I think it's kind of fitting, actually. So let's do it. Harkak Zadokite. So he's a from the old Judean families. Brachus, something more cheerful. There we go. Comment if you know the reference. Great meme format as well, for those who do know it. Alright, we're there. No one else is here to repel us. So I guess we'll start invading. I don't know. I still want to wait till everyone's up here. Just to not make any mistakes, get repelled early or something like that. I guess we can start working on the capital fort, though. We have the food to do so, so why not? Alright, these guys really need to get off the boats now. They're starting to hurt. We're lacking 20,000 men. Our armies are not losing any attrition, and we're gaining 2,000 back per month. Okay, cool. Exiled armies will land. Scandal! Mutenbal Gizgo has been having it away. Or has she? No. Philosir has been having it away with Dido. You know what? These events are pretty sexist. I don't think I've ever seen the woman cheat on the man. Let me see. Yeah. How dare this? How dare Johan write an event like this? I'm going to put everything down to him. Whatever. Just have him flogged. I don't mind. Alright, speed it back up. I forgot I had time slowed down there for a bit. Alright, the guys are no longer exiled, so just get your strength back. And then we'll invade Cilicia Trachea. Heavy cavalry's been levied all over here now. Just realized this one would probably be better to go for, seeing as there's only one. There's only one fort. Man, we are amassing huge numbers down here. I forgot how crazy it gets. So, omens. Another discipline benefit of 88%. I was going to go for ship damage. We definitely don't need that anymore. So yeah, let's do that. 8%. Seeing as we're in a war. Anything new we can get? Can we get those gemstones? No, I don't think so. Alright. Don't have the time to be bothering with that stuff. Our forts in the north are nearly done. The siege of Brokai is lost. Okay, so Sidon is getting ravaged, I guess. I forgot about that. But we'll just push it from the south. It shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, let's begin our siege here. Just throw everyone on it for now, temporarily. And then we'll siphon people off if they're kind of done. So now that this month has passed, we can get rid of these. God, managing late game armies is so annoying. There we go. Alright, let's get them all off. Onto the boats. We have a breach in here. You know what? I'm just going to be bold and we're going to assault. Bal Hano Haned's going to lead it. 12-star general. It's actually pretty crazy. Oh, he's a mercenary, is he? Yeah. Let's just get in there, man. There is a breach after all. You should be able to get in there with minimal losses, really. The grand scheme of things. Excellent. Good job. Let's take out that other army if we can. Siege of Sidon is lost. Uh-oh. They're really ravaging quickly across there. We have full fort maintenance on. But anyway, I'm going to go up to Cilicia Trachea first. Actually, let's go for Sidon. Or Arados. Because that's who we're seeing up here. So, Arados are only 2 forts. So that should be pretty easy to take as well, I would hope. So 1 can siege the northern fort and 4 can siege the southern fort. Because that's where they're going to come from. And we'll try to piece them out. So I'm going to bring the heavy navy out now. And we're going to smash down the forts here. And capture this as quick as we can. We have 3 megapolaremes, all 100%. So we should be able to do it 3 times. Good job. We're killing the units that they're recruiting. Oh, you know what? It's actually not coastal. That fort is not coastal. It looks like it might be, but it's not. Not much we can do there then. We can capture their port, though, that's behind them, and force that ship out. Siege of Dan is lost. Jesus Christ, they're flying through these sieges. There is a lot of numbers up there. Want to be careful. Crisis in Thinisset. Uh-oh, that's my city-state. Alright, we won that naval siege. So what else could we do? Is there any coastal forts here? Maybe Arados had one. Yeah, Arados does have one. So we should be able to take out that fort really quickly. And it is a level... Oh my god, it's a level 6 fort? Holy shit. Alright, yeah, we need the heavy ships up there then. Big time. A question of competence. Oh no. After a few nervous looks and smirks at court, the whispers circling the palace have finally reached the ears of our emperor. It seems that someone has begun spreading rumors and spinning yarns of his unequaled profligacy and unfitness for the throne. The damage has been done, and now all look to the emperor to see how he'll deal with the situation. He'll either lose popularity, or he'll lose a negative trait. If he takes it on the chin, I guess. No, he lost popularity. He didn't lose... I don't even think he's got any negative traits. Not really. Yeah, that might be why. I don't know. Man, there's a lot of men here. And the Seleucids are here too. What's their deal? They're at war with Moria, so I don't see why they would be here. Siege of Karna is one. Excellent. Let's go take that final town. We'll help these guys smash down their sieges. My only guess is that we're so technologically into the game now, with technology, that we are sieging forts incredibly fast. That's what it feels like anyway. Port raid. So this will lose a fort level. So now we just lowered it 3 levels. It's kind of crazy that you can just do that. But I mean, that should speed things up. Now there's a breach as well, actually. And we can piece them out, and that'll take all their armies out. And how many armies do they have? They have 88, so... Or 88 units, so yeah. Oh shit, they're actually coming in. I forgot, this will actually auto-capture, so there's no need for me to do that. So I'm just going to force march a retreat onto the actual fort itself. 70,000. No mercenaries. Really? Wow. Oh, that's all the armies. It's not just them. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, we're almost about to win that fort. We're not at war with Decapoli yet. No. Okay. I'm almost thinking it might be a good idea to back out of this. Crisis in Egypt. I have no doubt there's a crisis out there. It says we're going to lose this fight. I could hop out of here. Maybe. I don't even know if I have time. What I'm thinking is I could hop out, wait for the heavy ships to build back up, destroy the forts, and then just take this place very quickly. And that would definitely be the way to avoid a conflict. So I'm going to try that. I mean, I've got naval superiority, so we should use it. So I think we'll get out of here. We'll come back with the ships and just, like, wreck the forts, and then we take the place pretty much instantly. Siege of Joppa is one. Okay, great. So this is going to be these guys pieced out. That's the western Samaria. So let's head up to Cilicia Trachea then. I think that's the right call. Just to be better safe than sorry. I don't want any time setbacks. So let's see if we can piece them out now. So that is Samaria. That's going to be which one? It's the brown Samaria, isn't it? No, it's the purpley one. Alright, see you later. And let's push up and go for the next fort. We can't just yet because this is in the way. Alright, we're here. So we have 1, 2, 3 forts to take. It's going to split up. 3 armies are going to go in that way, and the other ones are going to go for the other forts. Hopefully we don't encounter too much resistance up there. A minor addendum. We'll take the stability, please. Okay. Siege of Cadassa is lost. Okay, we've almost entirely lost Sidon's territories now. And that fort is being recaptured by the 69k. Alright, the Cilicia Trachea fleet was destroyed. Alright, we're going to siege that. And start working our way up to that fort. Alright, cool. Alright, pretty good. I mean, it's going pretty much as planned. Except for, I did lose a bit more territory. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, I totally forgot we're at war with Egypt. I completely forgot that. It's like, what is that? Is that a concern? It might be. Maybe I shouldn't be fighting Cilicia Trachea. No, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Our goal is just to piece these guys out separately. It doesn't matter what we lose down there. In fact, they're killing their own pops, which is going to help me in the long run for aggressive expansion. Why can't we go for that? Oh, it's because it's not even, we're not even at war with it. That's why. Okay, so that should be these guys done when we take out that last fort. And Cilicia Trachea are being completely overrun now as well. So we have our best generals and all this stuff, so I'm just going to move these armies back out to the east just in case something does arrive up here. Cool, alright. How are our mega polyremes doing? 90%, so they're almost back to full strength. One more month and then we can come back and destroy those forts and re-land over there if we wanted to later. I know that might be, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that. I think it's a terrible mechanic, to be honest. I think you should have to wait. You knock one fort down, you have to wait like a year or something before you do it again. Because in multiplayer, we saw someone that built like, I don't know, 30 mega polyremes. I had like 10 forts on roads and they just came up and smashed them down instantly. And they were Egypt. Alright, their armies are getting destroyed as their mercenaries flood in. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry, I thought there was 3 armies there. Let's keep him there. Siege down here is 1. Okay, so that should be this now pieced out, basically. And these guys, I guess, can go fight Egypt. At least the ones that are on the forts. They can take the roads down there pretty quickly. Alright, basically we just have a glitch here where these little units are just constantly fighting us. And we have to jump on them because we need to take their territory. So we did just lose that siege. We just arrived there as well, which is a damn shame. So we can retake it instantly. God, there's so much shit going on. Battles all over the place. Cilicia Trachea's battle. Siege of Thessaloniki is lost. Uniform regulations. He's installing uniforms in his army and they actually are proving to work. So let's just take this and assault it because there's only 100 men in the garrison. Now when we take this, we should be able to piece these guys out. Alright, let's try that. Actually, before we try that, we could now open a war with Decapolis, seeing as they've no allies. Let's do it. Yeah, we're going hard. So in this war, Samaria should want to be pieced out. You cannot force an ally to abandon someone in a war until 36 months have passed. Why is that the case, though? We did it with the other people. Ah. They own other bits of my territory. That's the issue. Alright. That's a pain in the ass. Okay, then. So what we need to do is take back the little bits of territory that they've taken from me, but there's a fort blocking me from getting there. Fun. Give me a second to think on that. That fort is one. These forts are not one yet, though. Okay. So we'll have to come down and bring another army down. So that's not going to be an easy piece out. It's got a little blocker, basically. Jump on this army anyway, I guess. Just destroy them, send them packing for now. Alright, cool. We've won that. How's the Egyptian stuff going? It's fine. Let's go take our fort back here as well. Man, this is messy. We're in such a big war again. It's great, though. It's just messy. Disaster. In the midst of a swirling engagement, Balhan O'Hanad was struck by a rogue arrow. Shielded by a loyal soldier, he was rushed off the battlefield and taken into care. Whether he'll not make full recovery, only time will tell. He's got a bunch... So there's a 10% chance he's going to die. He's a 12-star mercenary. He's limp, maimed, or wounded. 20% for all of those. So he became maimed. -2 martial. It's a shame. God, are we not done yet? Not yet. Damn, they're just bringing more in. That's an army as well. That's not even a mercenary army. Shit. Just gotta wait for those sieges then, I guess. I mean, I could try assault them, but it's a bit hard to do that. Once that's wrapped up then we can just come back down here and it should be fine to piece out Samaria. It's proving tricky, though, to piece all of these guys out separately. It's not easy. Especially now that we are at war to Capoli. Their forts are trying to auto-take things. And then Egypt are trying to take their Nile back, which I do not blame them for. Alright, we just destroyed 17,000 of the mercenaries from Cilicia Trachea. Let's change this music. And let's assault that as well. Alright, there's only 200 men in that garrison, so that should fall pretty quickly. So we need to deliver some troops down here that can quickly take these two things. That's what we got to do. That's a priority now, so that we can piece out the guys. Gonna have a battle here, but they're backing off. Siege of Anados is one. I think this is the guy to do it. He's gonna get on these boats big time. And the Siege of Thessos is one. Okay, we just lost that. Oh yeah. Our city has been founded over this way. That's good. We had another one to found though anyway. Here. This one needs to be a city. Is it a city? It is a city. This isn't. Okay. That's part of the mission chains that we're doing. Alright, so another little recap. We're fighting Egypt. We've got 95,000 down fighting them right now. We're all piled up into Samaria. In order to piece them out, we need to take back these two territories here. And then we can piece them out. These guys can be pieced out as soon as we're done with that fort. In fact, I'm going to actually march here instead. Assault it. Piece them out. Then we don't have to worry about this army. Which we're apparently just going to have to fight anyway. Unless they decide to back off, which they are. Good. Alright. So that's the goal. I've made a mistake. Let's just fall back as soon as we can. That's actually our emperor right now on his own out there. Having to fall back now. Slaves want to appear at this certain town in Thorioi. We could say for freedom, allow them to appear, or say no. Yeah, I'll say yeah, that's okay. Or we could gain 2,500. I don't really need the money, it's fine. Right, just assault. I don't care. Just go for it. Time is imperative. There we go. Okay, cool. So, they're defeated. Cilicia Trachea. Unless they have territory elsewhere, which I don't think they do, we should be able to get them. See you later. Don't want their families or any of that shit. So let's just pile these guys onto the boats now. And then they're going to come and start sieging this. Alright, good. We're on top of things. We are on top of things. And we're going to keep holding that fort. So everyone's going to pile into that fight. Good, we're winning it. And then we're just going to come down on these boats with 70,000 men, land back at our own territories and retake our own fort. And that way we can piece them out. Meanwhile, over in Egypt, I'm not too concerned about this. Unless things get decolonized, which I really wouldn't like. But for now, I think it's actually fine. Tempted to actually move this whole army back up north now. I don't know how we're going to piece out Egypt, actually. I guess if we just get a peace deal with Byblos when we fully annex them, then we can... I mean, there's no reason we couldn't get a little bit more down here, right? If we work at it. It's just a bit of a pain, because there's a lot of troops. Costs? Where are costs? This tiny island, is that it? We could take it. Let's do that. We might as well work on that. Let's send out our heavy ships to pick up our army out that way. see if we can do that on this on the side. All right. Whoa, Macedon? This guy was accidentally who? Oh, right. It's he was accidentally impaled on a battering ram. He's on a boat. How did that happen? Oh, I guess, you know, the swaying of the ship. We had a battering ram on the ship and it just like rolled down and it hit him in against the side of the ship. Fuck. So now we've got this guy instead, one of these guys instead. I think it's this one. I don't recognize him. Level 10 though, at least he's still pretty good. Man, he was a great general. I mentioned him before. He was a really good general. Sad to see him go like that. Alright, once these boats arrive down here, we invade, we take those 2 territories. Bada bing, bada boom. And we should win. Or we should be able to piece out Samaria. Again, dividing and conquering all of these pesky little armies. Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. That'd be crazy. There is 89,000 up there. We just need to take these brown territories first. That's our goal. And the faster we do it, the better. That's 40. That 42,000 is charging down to get me. Now it's 80,000. Holy shit. Holy shit. 89,000. Oh my god. And when are they arriving? Pretty soon. Could I siege this down? No, I don't think so. But maybe. Okay, hang on. Let's see who we could bring up to this fight. We got... These 2 guys can definitely join. Maybe even one of these. Alright, here we go. I'm not gonna back out of this. It's gonna be the final battle of the day. We're up against nearly 100,000. And they're holding out. The new mercenaries are holding out. Meanwhile, I'm trying to load everything I can up here. 124,000 versus 60,000. That siege has just been won. We now have a clear path to that area, actually. So we don't even need to go on the boats if we didn't want to. Alright, 60,000 being delivered to this port. There's my 12,000 coming in. I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. Actually, hang on. We need to force march all of these guys. Okay, now try and arrive. This would be dead. If we lose, this would be pretty bad. And it's not looking good. Because this is like our whole force out this way. Oh no. It seems like it's too late. Shit. Okay. That's kind of bad. We need that fort to piece them out. Damn it. Damn it. Alright, we'll have to just get back on the boats. Everyone's going to pile up on those boats and we'll get the hell out of there. Now, it's not like we don't have 91,000 down here, but still. Oh shit, we actually still got engaged with them again while we were trying to get on the boats. It's almost tempting to keep trying. These guys, do they gain morale on their boats? I think they do. Although we're about to lose now. Okay. Just get off. Just get back on the ships. Good effort. I didn't see the results about that. Sorry. So what's the results now? Enemies have lost 130,000. We've lost 70,000. Still kind of a lot. Damn. Oh yeah, I forgot to nail the forts down. Okay, right. That's going to be the last thing I do then, probably in this episode. So let's hop onto this army here. We're going to go back to Cyprus just to catch our breath. They're probably going to retake some of that Sumerian territory we worked so hard to get. This navy is going to head to Kos. We're going to land and take that island, hopefully. Yeah, so these guys, I'm going to head back up. They're going to defend the forts up here. I don't want to lose that stuff. I don't care about the Nile. They've done well, though, with their little armies down there. Holy shit, actually, they really are amassing a lot of people. How have they managed to do that so fast? It's crazy. They don't have any manpower, and they still have 125 armies. And they're not using mercenaries from what I see. These are just 5th, 3rd, 4th, 1st. That's the different armies they have. Well, there you go. I just thought Egypt wouldn't really have anything. Oh my god, I have to click this 9 times. Okay, so 12,000 are going to reach the armies. There's a need for 33,000. Actually, there's actually not that big of a need for men. We haven't lost that many, so it's not too bad at all. Seemed a lot worse than it is. Seleucids have 31,000 out on this island, but they've no navy to pick them up anymore. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we're conquering that island. So, our heavy ship's going to come along, smash down these forts, and then the last thing we're going to try and attempt before we wrap this one up is a re-invasion of Arados and a peace out of them. Unrivaled wealth. Oh yeah, so this guy's passed, she's claiming the money. Split it equally, that's what we always do. I didn't realize we've lost this guy. There's no scorned families. So we'll just put in this guy. Gizgo Hanid. Alright, and the big... I guess while we're here, maybe we should duck out and take them on. Yeah. So that they just at least don't invade me from the south. And then we'll come back up and fight them on the forts. Yeah, they're backing away now, actually, so that's good. That's all we needed them to do, is cancel the siege. Alright, we'll head back up. Navy's on the way. Armies are almost fully replenished. Looking good. We need to at least take 1 fort, and then this area should be pieced out. And then this area still needs its 2. Alright, stay where you are, stay where you are. You're fine. Yeah, just stay there. They're actually trying to come around the right side now, which is kind of good for me because it gives me room in the north. Alright, let's go. I think we're ready. I have to find out where Boods Badona is in all this. He should be here somewhere. There he is. Alright, 326 ships. Let's go. So we're going to port assaults 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Capture the ports that we can, and then head back to heal. So we captured that port. We didn't capture this one. I thought we would, but oh well. And then our navy is engaged their navy. And we're fighting their navy now before we can actually get off, which is annoying. It's not many ships, but it's going to take a little while to bring them down. How's it going? Are they taking anything back from Samaria? No, not yet. That's all I care about is Samaria out here. How's the food, by the way? Getting a little tight here. We're victorious. Great. Okay, cool. So. Let's try that. So we should be able to take this town, take that, and then siege the fort pretty quickly. I might just assault it to get this over with before another army moves up and smashes us. Oh yeah, there it is. So I need everyone but the 10-star general. Nope, you can stay. Okay, let's try that. Big battle coming in again. Our pad has been pillaged by Arius Anaxcratid, who's a mercenary. I'll just let it go. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Veterans are moving on. We've had this event many times as well. Basically just saying veterans are now moving on, and, you know, we get some manpower and unrest in the area that they've moved on. Okay, so 123,000 have been dropped off. They've got 105,000 coming in. I'm going to siege this, or assault it, I should say, and hope for the best. So it's a massive battle that we're ending on here, really. Oh shit, there's not enough infantry in this army to actually assault it any further. Okay, we have to just siege it down then. Oh god, alright, maybe I'll have to move down there then. With some extra camels and stuff. What's in that army? Camels, heavy cavalry, and supply. Okay, good. Man, they put up a great fight. I'm always surprised by the little city-states that really do, you know, manage to muster quite a lot of men. There we go, we managed to win. Nice, good job. And the other extra that are coming in now are going to get decimated. Meanwhile, Boots is going to head back north and help the siege. I didn't even see what siege we won there. That's my bad. We lost a siege and won a siege, I think it said. Something like that. No idea. The Idol of Tridentium. In the years since our people located the Great Rock of the Heavens, the local administration of Tridentium has created a shrine about the stone. So this is for the meteorite that fell in Lingonia in northern Italy. The rock itself was carved into an imposing idol and provides our people with comfort and respite in trying times. Our state of war, however, has convinced our chiefest advisors that the security of the divine messenger is at risk, and they advise us to relocate the shrine to Carthage, regardless of the huge effort and cost. Our military command must even believe it will act as a figurehead in this bitter conflict. I'm going to do that. I know it's kind of ridiculous. What do we get? We can't spare the resources. We lose Rock of Ages. No, we'll do it. 10,000. It's just the war exhaustion is quite high, but I'll do it. We're going to move that meteorite from Italy to Carthage. And we now have 87% stability. The place has never been this stable. Did a sacrifice to the gods as well. It's the right thing to do. We're still losing a little bit of stability per month though now. Anyways, so I'm going to march everything up here and we're going to assault this fort because I need to take it as fast as possible. And then we'll... This little pocket has been surrounded pretty heavily by a lot of troops. I'm kind of worried. Just go. 400 men holding out against 100,000. Alright, good job. So that'll piece some of these armies out. But Decapolis have managed to field quite a bit as well. And then it's Egypt that are kind of the big threat to our south, I suppose. So I'm just going to march forward now. And actually, that might not be a great idea. We'll leave one behind. March forward and start going for that fort. And we're going to get on the boats. So once this is done, Siege of Paratonion is lost. It's in Egypt. Alright, or south anyway. Arpad has been pillaged again. That's fine. Let it go. Twice pillaged in like the span of a few months. Separate piece. Arados. Give me that. God. Alright. Good fight. Don't ever want to have to fight them again. And the next one will be Syria, but we'll just have to continue that on the next episode, otherwise this will just run and run. So we're doing great though, I think. Well, you know, it's fine. We're taking losses here and there, but it's pretty good. The really important thing though is we have, that's the siege we won, the Siege of Kos. Alright, cool. So we have the Siege of Kos. We can't piece them out separately. We might be able to get that from Egypt when we turn back on our attention to them. So in terms of coastlines that we managed to gain in this episode alone, obviously the entire Egyptian one as we clean them up, then we've also gained the coastline here and here. So pretty good. So now is all that's left really is Byblos, some of the Decapolis coastline, extra Samaria coastline, and maybe we can also get that little island out here that will be a pesky one to get if we don't nab it now. So yeah, so pretty good. Generally speaking, we're at least a bit more on track. Considering in the last, in 6 years, we've gained, every coastline that's pretty much here, except for the Nabatean coastline that we had. So that's really good. Alright, so that is going to be it for this episode. I know it's a heavy, heavy war episode, but in terms of, I guess, narrative and roleplay, back at Carthage, we're rocking 429 pops. We're bringing that Rock of Ages down there. The meteorite, we're going to have to start integrating Thinasit soon to clean them up, and then we're going to be focusing on a new war on Illyria as well. So immediately, in between episodes, I'll start thinking about, okay, once this is now wrapped up, I think it might be Phrygia next that we have to go for. I think, because they might have to take 2 wars, because they do have a lot. But I'll have a look and see what other ways we can kind of carve them up. But I do think it's Phrygia next, which might be Adrisia. Yeah, now they're allied again with Adrisia. So the smarter one to do might be to go for Nidus take Adrissia on by themselves and then open up war with Phrygia so that we don't have to fight them both at the same time, because, you know, they might end up fielding a lot. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.